Good morning, students. This is As Muhammad Khan, and I welcome you in today's segment. In our previous class, we have discussed about the mixtures. There are the two types of mixture, student: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. In the homogeneous mixture, the composition that we have in the mixture is uniform. But in the heterogeneous mixture, the composition that we have is non-uniform. So in today's segment, we will discuss about one homogeneous mixture, and the homogeneous mixture that we will discuss today, it is solution. Yes, student, solution. In our daily life, we use it, means we use the solution in the different forms. In the form of glucose, we use glucose solution, salt solution, cold drink is also solution. The air that we breathe in, that air is also an example of solution. Alloys are also the example of solution, student. Now solution have all the three types, means according to the state, means there are the three types of solution if we discuss about the state, student. First is gaseous solution, and that example is air. Air is an example of gaseous solution because in this solute and solvent both are found in the form of gas. That's why air is an example of gaseous solution, because air is the mixture of different gases like the nitrogen, oxygen, and other gases are also found like the carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide. These gases are also found. That's why we can say that the air is also an example of gaseous solution. Like this solid solution, when we mix metal into metal or metal into non-metal, and the mixture that we get, that homogeneous mixture of metal and metal or metal and non-metal is known as alloy, student. There are the different alloys we use in our daily life, like stainless steel that is used in automobile transports, or the rim of the wheels it is used. So alloy or the stainless steel, brass, they are also the example of solution, and these solutions are known as solid solution. Third is liquid solution. In our daily life, we use the different things, student, like the salt solution, sugar solution. These all are the example of liquid solution, student, like the acid solution. Now these solutions have the two components. All the solutions have the two components, and these components are known as solute and solvent. So what definition you will write in the case of solution? This you write in your notebook now. Solution is the homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. Means the homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent is known as solution. There are three types of solution: solid solution, liquid solution, and gaseous solution. Now we come, what are the solvent or what are the solute? Solutes are the components. Solute are the components that are dissolved in the solvent. Means solute are the components that are dissolved in the solvent. Means the components that are dissolved in the solvent is known as solute. And what are solvent? The component in which solute is dissolved is known as solvent, student. Like in sugar solution, sugar is solute and water is solvent. Like this, tincture iodine solution. In this, tincture iodine is solute and water is solvent. Like I am giving you here one example. I have water in this glass. If I add one pinch of salt in this, then the solution that I will get, it is which type of solution, student? It is liquid solution. And in this, the salt will be considered as solute and water will be considered as solvent. So it is about the liquid solution. Now again we categorize the solution into two types according to the saturation, according to the concentration of the solute. There are the two type of solution, student. First is saturated solution. Saturated solution, here I have written that saturated. Second is unsaturated. Saturated solution is the solution, student, in which the concentration of the solute is high. If I add in this glass again and again salt, then the solution that I will get in this, that will be example of saturated solution. If the solute concentration like the salt concentration or the sugar concentration will be high in this, then that solution will be considered as unsaturated solution, student. So in the saturated solution, the concentration of the solute is high, means they are found in more amount in the saturated solution, means the solute are found in the high quantity. Now I want to give you one example of this. Like honey, you take honey is also an example of saturated solution, in which what is found, sugar is found, and that sugar crystals are found inside the water. And in this, the sugar is solute and water is solvent. Honey is an example of saturated solution. Like this, the cough syrup that we take in the case of cold and cough, then that cough syrup or that medicine is also an example of saturated solution. Unsaturated solution have the low concentration, of solute, means they have the less amount of solute in them. So what is solution? Solution is the mixture of solvent and solute. And according to the concentration of the solute, we can categorize into two types, saturated and unsaturated. Now we come on the properties of the solution. First property, student, all the solutions are the homogeneous mixture. They are the homogeneous mixture. Why are they homogeneous mixture? Because they have the uniform composition. We can't observe solute or solvent particles with the help of our naked eye. Are you observing any particles in this class? It is completely transparent, but I have added what in this? I have added the salt, but that salt particles are invisible in this. We can't observe them. That's why we can say that all the solution have the uniform composition. Second important thing, that student, particles are smaller than 1 nanometer. Yes, nanometer is the unit from which we measure the size of microscopic structure. So they have the size smaller than 1 nanometer, and 1 nanometer is equal to 10 power minus 9 meter. Now the next, particles do not scatter light. Means when I pass the light through this glass, then that light will be passed through it. It will not be scattered. It means they have very small particles. That's why the light will be not scattered, student. So light will be not scattered in this. Means they don't show the Tyndall effect. And about the Tyndall effect we will read in our next segment. Next is solute particles cannot be separated by filtration. Now if I want to filter it, then with the help of filtration, can I separate the solute particle? I will separate the salt particle from this solution? No. So the solute particles cannot be separated. So it is about the solution, student. Now you will write and learn this important topic. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.